Welcome to this tutorial where we want to look at how to set up a Moodle quiz. A Moodle quiz is a form of online assessment, and it is what we call a computer marked assessment. What this means is that questions that you put into the quiz are automatically marked by the system, which means when you're setting up the Moodle quiz, you will also be indicating the correct answer. The Moodle quiz also supports a variety of question types. In this tutorial, we're going to focus on 3 question types. The first one is multiple choice. The second one is short answer questions. And the third one is true, false question types. Now let's get into setting up a Moodle quiz. When you want to set up a Moodle quiz, you navigate to the specific topic where you want to put in the quiz, then turn editing on and click on the Add an activity or resource. In the activity or resource chooser, select the option Quiz. The first step in setting up the Moodle quiz is setting up the quiz container or the quiz space with the relevant settings. The first setting is the quiz name. So I will call my quiz Quiz 1. You can put in a description regarding that particular quiz. Then come to the timing where you indicate the timelines within which the quiz is to be attempted. We have the open the quiz and close the quiz. So we want our quiz to be done on November 7th. The students must attempt it from 3 p.m. or let's say 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. which means we have given the students about an hour to attempt the quiz. You can put the time limit within which the students are supposed to do the quiz. Maybe it's 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, depending on the number of questions. We can indicate such that the open attempts are submitted automatically, which means once the time elapses, the system is going to submit the quiz for the student. You can put in an option where you can give them a grace period, whereby the current questions they are attempting, they're given a given time to finish the question before the system closes the quiz. Then there's a third option, which is a bit punitive, where attempts must be submitted before time expires or they will not be counted. I prefer to choose the first option. You can indicate the number of attempts because the quiz allows for multiple attempts. You can indicate 1 attempt or 2 attempts. If you have more than 1 attempt, you can specify that if a student attempts the quiz more than once, it will take the highest grade, average of the 2, first attempt, or just the last attempt. Okay. You can specify the layout of the questions so that it is going to be displaying either every question per page, 2 questions, 3 questions, 4 questions, depending on how you want the questions to be presented. So these are the number of questions that will be presented to the student at any one given time as they are attempting the quiz. You can also specify the navigation method. So the free method allows the students to be able to go answer the question and also go to the previously answered questions. If you want to tighten matters a bit for your students so that they cannot be able to proceed back to the previous questions they attempted, you can use the sequential method. I'll skip the other settings and just maybe focus on one of which is the review options. So here you can specify, because the quiz usually grades the student and provides the feedback that you have embedded in the quiz to the student immediately after the attempt. You can regulate this. So if immediately after the attempt, for example, you can hide all the elements regarding the marks, the attempts, the feedback, the correct answer from being seen by the student. This would be very helpful in cases where some students do the quiz quickly and finish and would want to go back and copy the correct answers and maybe share with other students. So to avoid this, you can uncheck all these options. You can also uncheck these options where the quiz is still open. And after the quiz closes, which is on 7th at 4:30, Then the system is going to reveal the total, the marks, the feedback, the correct answer to the students. Once you have put in the settings, make sure that you click Save and Display so that you can move to the second step where we are going to be adding questions. Note our quiz has no questions. As you can see, it is indicated no questions have been added yet. So we click on the Add Question button so that we are able to start adding our questions, all our questions. So click on the Add New Question. Remember, I told you the quiz supports a variety of question types, but for the sake of this tutorial, we will only cover the first 3 question types. Let's start with the short answer. So in the short answer, the students are going to be presented with a place where they're supposed to type in the correct answer. Of course, before you start with the quiz, you must have already created your questions. So this is my short answer question. My question is, what is the commonly used aldehyde fixative? So I'll put in my question in the question text. And the question name, I will say this question is about aldehyde fixative. This being a short answer question, I need to specify the correct answer. And note that the students may type in using various cases. Some may put it as an uppercase or lowercase. So we need to indicate to the system that case is not important in this particular answer. Then we specify the correct answer, which is this. So I copy my correct answer and paste it there. Okay. If there is another answer which is correct, so it means that there could be several correct answers. For example, if I ask, oh, what is a rabbit? Someone may say a vertebrate, someone may say an animal, another one may say a mammal. They are all correct. So if I have varying answers which are correct for this particular question, I can be able to indicate them here. Other variating answers, but some carry more weight than the other. You can put the other variating answers and then you can indicate the percentage correctness of the percentage grade for that answer. Then click Save Changes. So we have put in our first question, which is a short answer question. So let's put in a multiple choice question. So we've selected multiple choice. So let me come to my multiple choice question. So lymphocytes are, so that is my question. Put it in the question text. Sorry, just correct that. Copy and paste it there. Lymphocytes are, so the question is about lymphocytes. Then I put in my choices. So the first choice is this. So I put it there. Then I put in my, and this is the correct answer. So given that it is the correct answer, I'll put it at 100%. So the grade will be 100%. It means if you answer that, you got it correct. Then we have this, the second choice. Then we have the third choice. Then we have the fourth choice. Once you've put in all the choices and you've indicated the correct answer by giving it 100%, like this, you click Save Changes. So that is how you add a multiple choice question. So let's add a true false question type. So here the answer can either be true or false. So this is my question. Copy it, paste it here in the question text, and then the question name. The question is about this. So give it a name. Then indicate the correct answer. In my case, the correct answer is true. So I set the correct answer to true, then I click Save Changes. Once you have added your questions, you can edit the number of points awarded for each of the questions by clicking on the pencil icon next to each question on the right side and awarding the marks. So my first question, I'll give it 4 marks, second 5 marks, the other one is 2 marks. Then you can put the maximum grade. So my quiz is out of 30. Okay, then you can click on quiz so that you can preview your questions. So let me preview the quiz. It's always important to preview the quiz to check that it is displaying correctly. So the first question is okay, the second question is also okay, the multiple choice question, and the third question is a true false question. So once you have previewed through your quiz and ensure that it is okay, it's now ready, you can now ask the student to attempt the